All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing on this Saturday? Let me make sure the audio's working, then we'll be all good to go. Mm, yeah, cool. We're all good. So today's slate, this NASCAR race here, is the one race of the weekend that I would consider playing. Uh, like really any amount of like. To be frank, tomorrow All-Star race, I'm probably not even gonna watch. Like, I got better things to do than watching the All-Star race. Um, I I mean, I'm not even paying attention to like the pit crew stuff. I don't even care about that right now. I'm just focused on this race, and that'll probably be it. We'll look, or not right now, but like I'm focused on F1 tomorrow. Like I could care less about the All Star race tomorrow from a DFS perspective, and I doubt I will even watch it because I didn't even watch it last year. So when we're looking at this race, what's going on, Phila? How you doing? How's everybody doing? What are you guys up to this Saturday? Any big plans? You guys watching Indy 500 qualifying? I only watch that to hopefully see somebody flip, which we got like a lame slow duck flip yesterday. But the good thing is because they're making changes, they're running faster times. The good thing about a slow flip is that they don't drastically change. They're not going to slow the cars down. Like if that rookie had like a horrendous, tumble yesterday, then they'd be like, okay, let's slow the cars down. But like, luckily it was like a slow, boring rollover. So hopefully we get some massive wrecks in main Indy 500 this year to liven it up because it's been several years since we had a good flip there. When we're looking at this race here, okay, when now I didn't take out all the laps. I mean, I took out all the stopped ones, but I mean, there's still several like 81s and hundreds in there and stuff. But for the most part, we can see who's fast. We can see who isn't and who has a significant amount of speed. And like Ankrum, Raja, Lane Riggs, Queen are your main place differential guys just based on their speed alone. The fact that this race has defaulted to the metric starting grid, it makes it to where it limits the amount of players that we can realistically get to, and it probably solidifies more people than like the other case around, because most likely we would have had more guys starting up front that would have had speed, and this would have been a much different race of stacking guys up in the front or stacking guys in the top half of the field and not worrying about place differential as much. Whereas now, when you look at the starting grid here, you have, like in terms of guys that we're not playing that have out qualified or out starting, like we're most likely not playing Hill, we're not playing Jake, we're not playing Mills, we're not playing Lawless Allen. You know, Daniel Dye is on the fringe, but really in terms of the value range, your guys that you're stuck going at, like we're not playing Mason Massey at 22nd, just how it's happening. So like our only guys in the 5K range, and I believe, I fully believe you're gonna need one of them, depending on, or I mean, when you're looking at lines, I think it's gonna need one 5K range guy, and it's going to be Boyd. It's going to be Thad. It's going to be Josh Reum. I don't think Hutchins is going to be able to pass enough people, even if they wreck out. I think he's going to be outscored head up between Reum and Spencer Boyd. So, like, I think it's those three at the bottom. The reason being is that when we look at the people who tested here a few months ago, when we look at who was fast at Martinsville, when you look at who is going to compete to win and lead this race, whether you're looking at Martinsville or you're not looking at Martinsville, Christian Eckes is like your main dude. I think it's very unlikely that he doesn't lead at least 120 laps in this race. Majeski's probably the second favorite in that category. Rhodes would probably be the third. Ross would probably be the fourth in that. And so when I'm building this race, I'm building very much there. So I'm going two distinct races because I'm only playing 7 lines. Like I said, this is the only NASCAR slate of the week I'm going to put money into. Truly, like tomorrow will just be like 3 lines, and then like whatever happens, happens. But for my lineups, 4 of those 7 are the exact same lineup, just changing the 5K driver. I'm playing the lineup that I'm being told to play based on my stuff, and just swapping out the 5K driver. Because I would be absolutely tilted if, like, I played like, Josh Reum, and then like Spencer Boyd like outscored him by 1 point, and that's like the optimal lineup. I'd be absolutely pissed off, and so I'm just covering all the bases down there. But the guys that I think are truly in play are going to be these individual drivers. That is Eckes, that is Majeski. When it comes to Nicholas, when it comes to Chastain, I mean, those guys are very much like, once we're doing a lot of lines, they're not primary focus points in this race. Corey Heim, I need to cough. Give me a moment. Let me get this done, and then I'll get a drink of agua. Where we at? Where we at? Anchor. I believe that is it. We have tagged everybody. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think these are your primary guys that you want to chase after. Oh, dude, my water's way over there. I apologize. I gotta get really close to the camera here. Left my water way over there. But like Ankrum, is very much like 8,100, very easy to pass up through the field and get in the top 12. When you look at how he ran at Martinsville, which we can even bring that up and just take a quick looky-loo at where these guys were at in that Martinsville race. If we can get it to load, we can get race and reference to load. That'd be nice. Let's see. Let's take a gander. And I do think that Martinsville is probably the best course of action if you're using a data point on how these people should run. Yet again, it's Ekis Majeski, but Ankrum, he finished 5th, ran in the top 10 all day. Raja finished in the top 10. We have, who was in this car? It was William Sawalish. Sawalish actually got spun in this race, if I'm not mistaken. We don't have the numbers of who was in there. But like when we're looking at where Butterbean, like 72, 82, 9, 81, like this is it. This like fit and Crafton. Where's Crafton? I haven't highlighted Crafton. I don't believe I have. No, I did. Okay. Yeah, like this is it, man. This is where I think you got to go to start getting a majority of your lineups in. You can throw Leighton Riggs into that category as well. You can throw Sammy Smith into that as well, but like Sammy is very much dependent on Ekis running away with the race. If anybody else but Ekis leads, I think it removes Sammy from being in the winning lineup today. So if you're playing Ekis or one lap leader up here and you don't believe that somebody else truly takes over or runs away with the race, then I would start chasing Sammy Smith and Lane Riggs. But like, bro, I think this is it, man. I really do. I just don't foresee how Ekis or Majeski isn't leading this race. And if that's the case, then or if that's not the case, like Ross would probably be the next one. Like, there's just no way Taylor leads, Ben Rhodes leads, Chase leads, Tanner leads, Grant Enfinger leads, and like Stuart Freeze and Ty Dillon. Like, I just don't see these guys leading, and then they just end up being like this limbo no man's land of DFS usage. I just don't think it's worth it, man. And so that's why I just ran, basically the same line 4 times to try and land on the correct guy in the 5K range. But I think these are the guys you should be considering. And the real guys, like outside of like Corey Heim, like even Corey struggled at this race in terms of a DFS. Where we at? Corey. Like he didn't run away with it like he did last year in the Martinsville race. Now I understand last year's Martinsville race, we had rain and moisture and stuff like that, but I just don't think Corey is going to be able to fly through this field. I think it's these two guys. I mean, this is how I'm approaching it. Like I don't think there's a ton to talk about, but we'll take a gander and see what you guys are saying. Also, I mean, we do have the averages and stuff. Let me take that off. But I don't know, man. A lot of dude, I just trust it. I just trust Ekis. Why would we not trust Ekis? I mean, and if anything, we're showing that like, yeah, Raj is gonna have a fast car, he'll get through the field. Anchor's gonna have a fast car, he'll get through the field. Sammy Smith has a real chance of fighting to work his way through if there's not a secondary lap leader and so on and so forth. And now Corey is fast, but when we start looking at Corey, like it sucks that he didn't run a long run, man. That's not what you want to see, man. So if we're wrong there, or if I'm wrong there, I'm wrong there. But I just think Corey kind of gets stuck, maybe at like 4th or 5th today, or I mean, we'll see how it is. I mean, it's 250 laps. It is going to be a longer one, but still, I just think that's where I'm at. What'd you get from Wendy's? You get the biggie bag. You get a Frosty. What you eating from Wendy's? Let's see. Yeah, we'll see what Ross does. Going to watch you and head to my best of luck. Have a Jack and Coke for me. And so what it like is Sutton's. Let's see. I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm there. Sutton. Why are we playing Sutton here? Why is Sutton a lock for you? If I may ask very kindly, why are we chasing Sutton at 63? Ran practically no laps in practice. You know, look at Sutton down here. I mean that's not what you want to see. Let's see this hunk of shit that he's running. What kind of creature is this guy driving today? All right, he's in the 26. All right. Man, that 63 is hard to get to, man. That is a difficult price range to get to. Let me try and envision your, maybe not necessarily your lineup, but the vision here with Sutton. Where you at, Sutton? So 63 leaves you 87 to start out. Let's just use Eckes for an example here. We're at 82. Okay. Unlikely we're getting to Sammy Smith. Raj is going to depend on what 5K range let's just throw in a 5K guy here, actually. 91. Not necessarily the way I'd probably go about it, but it can certainly be done. I'm not as skeptical about it as I was when I saw it. I'm very concerned about these new guys coming in, man. I'm not saying Sutton doesn't know what he's doing, but man, dude, Tyler Ankrum, you're telling me I get Tyler Ankrum, you're telling me I get Butterbean, you're telling me I get these guys. So Sutton is very much more viable than I initially gave credit for, but we'll see. Thank you, Alex. I'm glad you liked the show. Glad you caught it today. Do you know why some of these good drivers' fast laps in practice are towards the bottom of the chart? What do you mean? If you can clarify better, I will be able to answer that better, JJT. I never eat Wendy's, dude. Oh, that's Rack. That's that's the little guy who's gonna replace little Ty Dillon. We'll see. We'll see how he does. We'll see, man. We will see. I really don't have an opinion on Sutton at all, to be frank. In terms of laps, I don't know. Let's see. Eckes' fastest lap was 26 fastest. Well, I mean, if you can provide more details than that amount, I can also help more. But like, what do you mean? His fastest lap was 22nd. Are you talking like overall? Are you talking about like? Let me get it. Talking about final practice times. You I Eckes was 26 fastest. Yeah. Okay. Ross is 27th. Yeah. Or Caruth is 25th. Yeah. So you got to get, so, okay. I mean, now that we're here, so like this is why this data set that NASCAR provides is hot garbage, because this is just straight up ranked fastest to slowest in the practice. So yet again, this race is 250 laps. Realistically, we do not get just super short runs and stuff like that. And so Eckes's laps, because they're building for the long run speed, like they don't care about what their like launch speed is on these starts. They're just focusing on long run. Like, yeah, he's going to have a much slower, fastest lap. When you look at everybody's fast lap, he's going to be much slower. Okay. But when you look at all the people who are there with him, Raja, Eckes, Chastain, Friesen, I mean, these are the main fast guys that we would imagine compete here. And you look at where they're at in terms of, so like Eckes, look at Eckes here. When you look at Eckes, so, and yet again, this is like a good thing to see. So like Eckes did not go out and run anywhere near the fastest lap, but he's fourth best on average. And you can see that he's not out there blowing the doors. Now, yet again, this is probably the one time I didn't clear all like the bad laps, which I don't really want to do that live because that'll take me about 2 minutes. But like typically, I remove like all these 80s and 90s and laps that don't matter, and those laps are not factored into this average. I'm only counting laps over 115 here. But Eckes has the fourth best average, and you see that he practically has no fall off at all. Now, his average is higher because he didn't run as many laps as other people, but still, like when you look at like Raja, who also had a very slow, fastest car in practice, but you look at where he's at, practically no fall off at all. And this is like, based on the script, we're not going to get into scraper details, but you guys all know that the way that NASCAR provides their data, we typically miss laps here and there. But yeah, no. It just people running long times. Like even when we look at like Ross, where's Ross at? Ross is down here. Now this is a little bit more concerning that he is the slow on average, but yet again, I'm assuming that he just ran a shit. Actually, he didn't. So, practically probably ran like 27 laps in total. See what AD's got him for actually. So, those abnormally distributed. One of the smartest people in the betting and DFS space and stuff like that. Let me get this here. He typically clears out his Twitter every now and then, but where are we at? Where's the fucking practice here? But he does post links to his stuff. So like even when you're looking at like Eckes here, and he kind of breaks it down more. Like he looks more, but like I mean, average ranking is fourth. I mean, Chastain might actually be slow, but Majeski, Taylor Gray's there. Who else we talk about? Raja. Like, I mean, that's good to see. You start looking at where he has the stuff broken down in terms of laps. In terms of laps actually ran. And then all the laps that he got. So him and I pulled the same data. He puts it in seconds. I pull it in for miles per hour average. And he typically scrapes a little bit better than I do. But for the most part, the people being here in practice is not a concern at all. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, sometimes you just want a frosty, man, but like past that, I don't know. Like their burgers are like the Baconator, bro. That is like way too greasy, man. Like, dude, just give me a straw and some fucking lard at this point. Yeah, no, there was no issues with rubber on the track or anything like that. Mainly because it's a new pave and uh yeah, that's just how it is. Like tomorrow's race is going to be nuts. Like in terms of the different tire compounds of what teams do. As I said, my hypothesis entering the week was like for the Cup Series, it's going to be very difficult for somebody to get off sequence with the tire compounds. The fucking tire compounds come into play when you can run different strategies. Then everybody has to start on the softs. They all have to take a 4-tire stop at lap 100. Okay, we understand the softs are very much safe to lap 51, or like you're not going to blow a tire or anything. And so like, there's no incentive to get off sequence from what the fucking field is doing. Okay, the only viable strategy to use the red tires would be like with 25 to go or whatever. Okay, and even then, you're gonna have a lot of people take them, or you stay out, hope for a yellow, take them with like 10 laps to go, but then you're too far back. Like they shouldn't have mandated they all start on one set. It like that just messes everything up. It really should have been letting these crews do whatever they want. So I think that is gonna be. I just think tomorrow's a mess. Don't play NASCAR DFS tomorrow, y'all. Just chill. Enjoy your day off. But yeah, like just kind of where I'm at. Like this is so let's look at Drew, or how do I keep calling him Drew? Let's look at Dawson. Like I said, didn't run a lot of laps, so not great to see. Okay. We understand they didn't run a lot of laps, so he's most likely going to be fast here. Just looking at where we're at. Where we at, Dawson? Missed him. Where you at? 16th. Man, that's like new guy in a track that he's going to get bullied on. This is rough. Now, this is the same thing like Lane Riggs on his first start, or I mean, you know, first-ish start. Like typically, I mean, this is certainly a place where you want to take a stand. I don't have any one. I certainly don't hate the play. I don't love the play. I have no real take on Dawson. If you get to him, you get to him. I'm just ending up not being able to get to 6,300, but that's just kind of where I'm at there. 6-2, you guys here on your Saturday noon edition of this. So if you guys have any more questions or anything specific that you want me to look at, I can do it here on stream. If not, I'm probably going to end it, and you guys can use my projections that are up on the side already to build your lineups. Looking like these, let's see, the $4 almost filled, $1 almost filled. We're about 4K short on the 10 right now, hour and a half until the slate locks. As I said, just play today instead of tomorrow. I think you'll have a much more enjoyable existence in your life. I think that's about where we're at, man. I didn't really see anything concerning late when I was looking through this stuff. I mean, this is clearly Butterbean made an adjustment that came out very fast late, but like, I mean, you're seeing a lot of these guys are running laps way faster later in the session once all the rubber was put down, and so even then, like, especially when there's a session this long, I hate just isolating it to linking it or ranking it by one data point. I think there's a lot more that you can look at here. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. I don't okay, cool. I don't see any more questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you guys. I don't know when I'm going live tomorrow. Straight up, have no clue. I don't know if I want to do it before the LCQ. I don't know if I want to do it quickly in between the two. I have no idea. It will not be in the morning. I know that for sure, but that's about all the information I have. I'll probably post it on Twitter probably tomorrow morning. Like, I'll be live at, at this time. Just because it's the All-Star race with this wonky schedule. It'd be awesome. We just got rained out. They just I don't know, put them in based on the votes. I don't know. That'd be great. Dude, this All-Star race sucks. Anyway, see you guys later, and yeah, best of luck. Bye-bye.